remember the days when people used to have respect for Griffin Gaming until he turned into Griffin Gaming. Like, I understand that you gotta eat, man, and you're trying to appeal to some form of an audience. I mean, but come on, man. This is coming from a guy that barely even plays video games. I'm starting to think that you guys only buy these PCs just so you can make these garbage videos that you're doing right now. Oh, your video is garbage. You don't have good editing. I don't care. But when it comes down to gaming, that's what matters, bro. It's not about the video equipment. What do you people don't understand, man? It's about upholding credibility and integrity in this platform. And that's the funny thing is about you content creators. He makes videos off of camera. But guess what? That dude you're making fun of is the one that's actually out here playing games. You know, I find that funny. You guys are what they call corporate frauds, bro. You got all the equipment. You know, YouTube is all about professionalism. Is that what you guys made this? Because to me, it's just for fun. You know, it's just for me to tell people my opinions and the things that are going on in the gaming community. It's not that deep for me. Like, I understand that Griffin Gaming needs to feed his tummy, but come on, man. For you to outsell that for your gaming integrity shows you that you ain't nothing but a weird individual.
Show every single year, and overall, I thought...
How so? So you knew about Doom Dark Ages until now, right? Are you kidding me? We've seen gameplay of Perfect Dark until now, right? Are you... You know what? Go ahead, bro.
It's pretty good. I don't really think it was anything like groundbreaking or mind-blowing or anything like that. I think a lot of people were really overhyping this thing going into...
Are you serious? Are you kidding me, man? Microsoft has probably had one of the best showcase that we've seen in years. I go as far to say it's up there with the Xbox 360, and you is out here capping for this, bro. Like, that's crazy. Day and day, Xbox Game Pass games, even games that you can benefit from playing, like Doom Dark Ages, right? I mean, come on, man. This dude ain't nothing but a simpleton gamer. I bet this person plays nothing but Roblox trying to find a girlfriend on that game.
And I think it kind of suffered from the same problem that Microsoft has every single year, which is they show the same shit over and over again.
So you knew about Doom Dark Ages before Microsoft showed it, right? You know, I mean, we could talk about the leaks and stuff, but those leaks came out this year. You didn't know anything about a new Doom game. And that's the funny thing is you guys want to say it's the same stuff every year, but yet Microsoft showed gameplay. I really don't even know what to say, man. At this point, you're just coping right now, man. I get it. You're not a fan of Perfect Dark because you're not an old school gamer. That's why he kept saying, they should have showed more of this. They should have showed more Doom Dark Ages. Nobody cares, bro. You think I care about that? I'm an old school gamer. I care more about that Perfect Dark, brother, because I'm here for the essence of first-person shooters. Okay? Not this little Doom. I mean, Doom is like I said, a classic game. I'm not going to sit there and refute that. I get it. Wolfenstein, Catacombs. My point is the fact that how are you going to be so heavy into Doom, but you don't care about all the other first-person shooters either? Okay, Perfect Dark's an old-school first-person shooter, just like Doom, right? And the funny thing is a lot of real old-school Doom fans, not every single one of them likes the reboot. So I'm just letting you know this right now. So as much as you people want to sit there and talk about, oh, I love this new Doom game, a lot of Doom fans really don't care for it. It's to appeal to a modern audience that never went back and played the classics.
Without showing you...
Not saying it's a bad game, mind you. You know, but if you ask me, I prefer the old Doom games too.
Anything
That's
new.
Just my opinion.
It has way too many cinematic trailers, way too many games that don't have a release date, no real live gameplay demos, or just gameplay at all. It's all cinematic.
Oh, really? So we didn't see gameplay for Perfect Dark? We didn't see gameplay for anything, right? Okay. That makes absolutely no sense.
Propulsion Games title south of...
To be honest, this game looked kind of old school. And the funny thing is, you just said no gameplay. That looks like gameplay right there, bro. I see button prompts and everything.
Which this game is written and directed by Sweet Baby Inc., so you already know it's going to be absolutely...
Oh, so you're already going to hate the game. I mean, the game looks quite interesting to me. I don't know about the story or whatever else he's complaining about, but as of right now, from what this gameplay that I'm seeing, it looks quite interesting.
Horrible. They have this garbage, like 10 FPS stop motion animation style to the game.
That is the appeal of the game. That's what makes the game unique. Oh, well, it's 10 FPS, therefore I can't play it. But that's the appeal of the game. It's like complaining if a game has a particular art style that you don't like. Is that what you're doing, Griffin?
It's absolutely horrible. The music also in the background was...
Well, we already know why you hate this game, because of Sweet Baby Inc., so let's move on to the next one.
The slightest, but the game looked fine. It looks super slow-paced to me. I am not a fan of stealth games. You
just called Perfect Dark a stealth game? Yo, somebody go save this man right now. Somebody go save this man, bro. He about to get bodied in this argument. Did you just call Perfect Dark a stealth game? Are you serious, bro? Have you even played the classic game? Bro, like, I gotta rewind that.
Character model in this game is not flattering.
And the funny thing is, you said no gameplay, but there's gameplay right here.
In the slightest, but the game looked fine. It looks super slow paced to me. I am not a fan of stealth games. They're not.
Guys, you're a PC gamer, man. You can look up this information for yourself, bro. Now, I'm not saying that this game probably don't got some stealth elements, right? It is Joanna Dark. I mean, she is a special agent. But for you to say that Perfect Dark is a stealth game in the line of, Tenchu or, games of that nature, shows you that you don't even know what you're talking about, bro. You called Perfect Dark a stealth game?
Not really for me. The only stealth game I really ever liked.
Bro, Perfect Dark is a first-person shooter, no different than the games that you're playing with Doom. You is out here capping. Oh my God!
Dishonored and Splinter Cell Blacklist because I did not have to play those games.
You're comparing this game to Splinter Cell Blacklist. Bro, you don't even know nothing about genres, bro. Are you serious right now? Like, y'all probably laughing in the comments section like, yo, did this dude just call Perfect Dark a stealth game?
In stealth. So, if that's the case, maybe I'll enjoy it, but overall, I wasn't really impressed by what I saw. But if you're a fan of first-person stealth games, I mean...
If you're... Guys, somebody got to go save this man. This dude's probably going to end up deleting this video, bro. You're calling Perfect Dark. I'm surprised nobody even called you out for that. A stealth game. It's a first-person shooter, no different than the games that you like with Doom. How about you go back and play the original to see what I'm talking about, bro?
I guess what they showed off looks good in that regard. But, yeah, it didn't really blow me away personally, but... I don't really think it's a game that's meant for me in the first place.
It actually is, because it's a first-person shooter. It's very similar. I don't know what they're going to do. They're probably going to add more of a modern take to it. But like I said, there's going to be shooting game elements with this. It's a first-person shooter at heart. Microsoft would be stupid to make this game a complete stealth game. And you people know that. And the funny thing is, they actually do show shooting gameplay.
Fair. Then they showed off the...
What you didn't want to show. You didn't want to show the elements of where Joanna Dark was shooting enemies and doing all these execution moves on the... See, this is what Griffin is. You just said that Perfect Dark is a stealth game when I just explained to you that it isn't. Like, what is you even talking about, bro? How can any person that even watches your channel can take you seriously after that comment?
About Fable, other than there is a character...
Well, that can look like gameplay. I mean, it's not much, but it does show somebody walking towards an NPC. That could be some form of gameplay. I don't know how hard is it for you to think that this is not gameplay.
Actual gameplay. This game's supposed to be coming out this year.
We've seen gameplay with this game. This is where you capping. We've seen the gameplay of Indiana Jones where he can actually pull people with the whip and everything. Bro, I'm sorry, man. As much as I used to respect your channel, bro, this ain't a good look, bro. Go ahead, make fun of my terrible camera. Go ahead, do all that, whatever. But at the end of the day, you was wrong in everything that you said, bro. You sat there and said that we didn't see any gameplay, and we did. We seen gameplay for a lot of these games. Now, another example you could have brought up was Gears E-Day. We didn't see no gameplay for that. Yes, I get it. But you need to touch up on those games. Why are you saying that we didn't see gameplay for games that we've already seen? That's what I don't understand.
Still no release date on it, by the way, and we have not gotten extended gameplay for it in the slightest. So this was super disappointing and a very big missed opportunity, in my opinion. Then they showed off Mecha Break, which was a game that was shown off at Summer Games Fest, and gameplay, which this game looks okay, man. I don't know. I just need to figure out if it's more survival-centric or more action-focused, because if it's an action shooter, I'll probably...
So you want Bro, do you even know what Stalker is even about?
Probably check it out, but if it's more of a survival...
And you're supposed to be a PC gamer and you don't know anything about Stalker?
Game with, like, resource and ammo management. I think I'm going to pass on it.
Well, then you're not going to be a fan of Stalker, bro, because you like these little cheap wannabe action shooters, games where you don't think, man, this dude can't even think past 5 minutes to even play a game like Stalker. And you're out here complaining about item management. Oh yeah, let me play Doom and kill one enemy and just walk over some runes and ammunition. Not saying these games are bad. I'm just saying that's the appeal of the game.
Genuinely do not enjoy those type of games.
Of course, because, Griffin Gaming is a simpleton that can't even take 5 minutes. I mean, this is the same dude that probably get stuck on Resident Evil because he wouldn't know if he had to take the ink ribbon or the ammo. This is the type of gamers we're dealing with, man. That's how I know he ain't an old school gamer. Because every old school game that I remembered had some form of item management. Something that we don't really see very much nowadays.
Personally, I like shooters to be power fantasies, so
of
I think
course.
It looks cool.
You know, just like so you could put the game on easy like you did Marvel Spider-Man 2, claiming that you perfected the game.
The thing looks interesting. The premise looks cool. It's something different from the majority of games we get nowadays, so I think that's nice. But yeah, I just need a little bit more information. But overall, what they showed, I think
they showed gameplay too.
Gameplay looked good. The shooting mechanics, not the best. I don't really like how recoil heavy the guns looked, but overall, I think what they
So hold on, you don't like the recoil of the guns? The game is supposed to convey some form of realism. It's like the Metro games. You know, it's supposed to be some form of a first-person shooter with survival elements. Why would you want the guns to be steady like Call of Duty, bro? That would take away the realism. You do understand that real weapons have recoil, right?
Showed was good, and a lot of people in our chat were very excited about that. So I'm guessing
because the people in your chat that happen to be some form of a PC gamer know what Stalker's all about, but apparently you don't.
A lot of people. So then we get into a very interesting portion of the conference here. Sarah Bond came out and announced the new Xbox hardware lineup, which is the 1 terabyte Xbox Series S, which retails for $350. Keep in mind, you can get a Series X right now for $400 across the United States. Then the all-digital Xbox Series X, which is releasing with 1 terabyte of storage for $450. Now, keep in mind,
what you people wanted?
You can get a normal Series X for $400 right now with the fucking disc drive. So if you want to save $50, go ahead and buy the console now, which is absolutely fucking mind-blowing to me. And then on top of that, they announced a $599 special edition Xbox.
That's pretty good. That's actually a pretty good value.
Xbox Series X Galaxy version of Gears of War E-Day, which I thought this was a massive W for Xbox.
Well, how so? They show no gameplay.
And I am so glad after the abomination.
But you just said, hold on. You just said that they didn't show enough gameplay. And the one game that you're looking forward to, they showed absolutely no gameplay.
And that was Gears of War 5, that they decided to fucking ditch that storyline and actually make Gears of War, dude. You know, God forbid. I never understood why they decided to make Disney Star Wars in Gears of War format, which if you look at the storyline of Gears of War 4 and 5, they are almost identical to Disney Star Wars. If you look at
wrong, because Gears 4 and 5, the story is very identical. I'm not trying to spoil the game, but you know the Swarm are just reiterations of the Locust. The Swarm are stronger than the Locust because they were essentially the Swarm, right? I'm gonna break it down to a little bit. So he don't know nothing about Gears of War, so he needs to be quiet because now you're talking to I don't play Gears like I used to, but you're talking to a guy that knows about Gears of War. So essentially the Swarm is just a souped up version of the Locust that survived the bomb that happened at the end of Gears 3, right? Through the emotion exposure, and they was able to live, which essentially made their bodies harder, and that's why they're trying to kidnap humans to essentially, because people's like, well, Locusts ain't humans. Yes, they are. They were humans that had rust lung that, you know, they couldn't help, which ended up having them turn to locusts. That they're doing the same thing. They're trying to, that's why they're capturing people. And they're trying to make those people the Swarm. That's where the locust came from. Why do you think Queen Myra looks like a human being?
From plot analysis,
like, you people don't know nothing about Gears of War, man, and a lot of it starts from rust lung. If you play Gears 1, 2, or 3, you would understand that.
Thank God they're ditching that dog shit fucking sequel.
And that's what, and with the Swarm, they're trying to essentially rebuild what they've lost ever since Gears 3 when they laid out that bomb. Like, I know everything about this game, man. So at the end of the day, you people don't know what you're talking about, man. At first, I couldn't tell what these characters were because they looked completely different from what I noticed, especially Dom. Like, I look now, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely Dom. I don't like the way they did Dom, but I definitely like the way they made a younger Marcus, though.
Storyline, man. And they're going back to the original era of Gears of War with a prequel, which takes place on E-Day, which I think is a big W.
That's kind of a lie, too, though. That's kind of a lie, too, because, like I said, it isn't. It's definitely a prequel to the first game, but then you got to ask yourself if it's a prequel to Judgment. So essentially, this is probably going to I could already tell you the ending of this game. This is probably going to end with Marcus Phoenix being arrested and being put in prison, like what you've seen in the first Gears, right? More than likely, that's the case. So like I said, I don't know what Pacific time of E-Day where this happens. But E-Day kind of happened with the first game. That's why they call it it's Emergence Day. That's essentially what it is. So this would actually be a little bit before then. So I'm trying to think. Hold on, guys, for a second. I'm done with this guy's video. So it'd be because then you have Judgment as well. So this is a younger Marcus. This is a younger Marcus. So yeah, this is definitely before Gears 1, right? Because he's older there and he got locked up, remember? So, okay. So they're going to explain that storyline. And then this is probably before Judgment as well, too. So it's like, it's in the traditional sense, it is E-Day. You know what I mean? It does make sense because that's when they emerge and all this other stuff happen. Like I said, Gears of War story and lore, it's very deep. It is very deep, man. And I'm happy that Microsoft decided to do this with this game. For real.
And honestly, I think this was the right decision. Now, we didn't get any sort of gameplay whatsoever. There wasn't even a release year announced, which is really disappointing.
Bro, I don't care, man. I'm looking forward to this game, man. But this game is good because it shows the character of Marcus Phoenix when he was young, dealing with this before the time he probably gets arrested, right? Like he did in the first game. So this is an interesting story. I'm looking forward to this. I want to see something like Pendulum Wars, and I want to see them dig real deep into the Gears of War lore. Instead of, like I said, I remember when Collision's like, we don't want to focus on, you know, the iconic characters, but as you guys can see, they're doing it again. I mean, they did it with Gears 4 and 5. Oh yeah, we want people to forget about the old characters, and they find a way. Not saying this is a bad idea. I'm not saying that, but this kind of goes completely against what Collision has stated. They're like, oh yeah, Gears 4 and 5, we want JD, we want these new characters to be liked, but then they're just going back to old Reliable, which is cool. Now I think we need to take it a further step back. Let this game be a template, and let's get Pendulum Wars. Let's get a bunch of different Gears of War takes. You feel me? Let's get them. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'll be looking forward to that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, take care.